Cobb Tuning just got fined $2.9 million by the EPA for emissions delete devices. Now, we know that EPA has been going after every diesel tuning company out there over the past several years, and they have been really, really strict. Now it looks like they're going after Cobb. Cobb necessarily doesn't deal with just diesels, but they are very popular in the aftermarket world for basically anything turbo related, and they are the newest victim of the EPA. Now, Cobb is usually pretty conservative on their tunes, so this is a bit of a surprise to me. But it says that the tuning company has agreed to stop selling defeat devices and offer a buyback system for devices that don't comply to the Clean Air Act. Now, EPA has given Cobb a laundry list of requirements to do to not only A, when they're going to pay a fine, and B, what to do to modify their devices and what needs to be done in-house to fix this issue. Like I said earlier, Cobb has been very conservative with their tunes, so the fact that they're getting hit is a little bit worrisome to me in regard to all the other tuning companies out there. Where is tuning going to go if places like Cobb are getting hit? I'm not super familiar with Cobb's operation, so if they're doing stuff I'm not aware of, let me know in the comments, because I always thought this was like the conservative route. If you want to do things legally, get a little more out of your car without pushing the limits, Cobb was what you wanted. Other companies would push the limits, eliminate the emissions, things like that. Did I have a wrong impression of Cobb? Let's read on about what's really happening here, because it says the settlement stems from a lawsuit filed by the EPA back in 2022 over Cobb's sale of over 81,000 tuning devices known as access ports that could reprogram a car's emissions controls and performance matrix with just a few button presses. We already know that. We've already discussed that. It also says that the suit also mentions Cobb's sale of around 8,400 aftermarket exhaust systems that either contained fewer three-way catalysts than the original equipment manufacturer had designed in the exhaust systems, or replaced the vehicle's three-way catalysts with aftermarket catalysts that are not as efficient as the OEM after treatment systems. This isn't big news. Every tuning manufacturer, so many performance manufacturers out there are selling off-road test pipes or H pipes or X pipes, anything used off-road to eliminate any emissions restrictions, to give you a free-flowing exhaust. They even sell high-flow cats, which is what they're referring to. I am blown away by this, because that means if Cobb, of all people, are getting hit, everyone across the board is going to be getting hit. They're going to be eliminating any possibility of selling any kind of aftermarket off-road or racing parts to any car out there. This is crazy. Now, continuing on, it says that by agreeing to the settlement, Cobb Tuning must stop manufacturing, selling, and installing defeat devices of any kind. So I guess now Cobb's not going to be able to sell downpipes, test pipes, high-flow cats, anything like that that's going to alter your emission system. This isn't good news. It says, by executive order of California Air Resources Board, right there, California, should have known. It says, quote, demonstrating that the products do not increase emissions above allowable levels. Oh, come on, guys. We all know that we modify vehicles to make them sound better, perform better. This isn't news. Additionally, Cobb has complied a big list of orders. Big list of orders by the EPA to ensure its non-conforming access ports disappear from the face of the earth. That's what it says. Disappear from the face of the earth. Now, let's start with this list of what Cobb has to do. Number one, remove any delete features from its custom tuning software, and to the extent of possible, force updates to end users to remove the delete features. Number 2 is destroy any defeat devices remaining in its possession. Also, cease providing technical support for any defeat device products. So if you have something that tuned the car for cat deletes, they're not going to help you anymore. They can't. They're done. So no more technical support from Cobb. This is a problem. Deny all warranty claims. Holy crap, for any defeat device products. Also, instruct authorized dealers to no longer provide technical support or honor warranty claims pertaining to any defeat device products. Here we go. It's getting worse. Revise all marketing materials to strike any information relating to replacing, defeating, bypassing, or rendering inoperative any emissions. Do not sell or transfer any intellectual property associated with any defeat device products. Also revise all marketing products to strike information relating any defeat device product. They are really hitting Cobb hard. It also says that they have to notify authorized dealers and known customers of any defeat device products of the settlement using specific language that informs the authorized dealer and known customers that the products at issue violate the Clean Air Act. Well, we already knew that. That's why we bought it to begin with. Cobb also has to notify that their officers and employees of the Clean Air Act prohibitions using specified language which explains the Clean Air Act defeat device. Alright, so basically they have to go and explain the Clean Air Act to all their employees, all their officers, everything under Cobb Tuning name. They have to go through a new training system. It says request that Cobb Tuning employees forfeit any aftermarket devices in their possession and require that its officers forfeit, permanently delete and uninstall and destroy any aftermarket defeat devices in their possession. So if their employee has their car tuned with one of these devices, they have to retune their car, give the device back. It's BS. And here's where the buyback part comes in. It requires Cobb Tuning to offer a buyback system on any defeat device possessed by Cobb Tuning's employees, which Cobb Tuning must then destroy. And then they have to go through a training compliance to meet the Clean Air Act. This is wow. Holy man. I thought they were rough on the diesel guys. Cobb Tuning has really got it rough right now. Whew. I don't know where they're going to go from here. I don't know what this is going to do to the company. I mean, 2.9 million, it's a good size fine, but it's not. I don't know that it's door closing or bankruptcy type fine. I mean, Cobb's a huge multi-million-dollar company, so I don't know how much this is going to hurt them. But the company's CEO, Jeff King, had a statement saying, as a company, we take our emissions stewardship seriously and proactively addressed in real time each area of concern that the EPA identified and how some of our legacy products could have used in an unintended manner. Come on, dude. We know what manner they were used in. You sold it for an intended purpose. That's the purpose it was used for. Let's not play coy. Okay, let's not. It said we made difficult choices along the way regarding how and when to make changes to or discontinue certain products that the EPA identified as concerning. And pleased to report that these product changes are behind us, and both our customers and distribution partners can be confident that purchasing Cobb products will now be law-abiding. You know what? It is what it is. I mean, we knew stuff like this was coming. We knew the EPA is going to come and try to destroy all aftermarket companies because they're getting stricter and stricter. I mean, cars are losing horsepower now because more and more emissions are being put in. It's ridiculous, and then they're trying to eliminate all this aftermarket stuff. Modifying any car from this point forward, anything newer from today's 2024, 2025 cars and newer are going to play hell trying to tune them, modify them, make them your own. They're really wreaking havoc on the aftermarket world and, you know, tuning in general. I don't know. We kind of saw this coming, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? Buy an older car. I mean, how much can they stop there? It's something you don't drive every day. It's not your daily driver. Modify something old. Just as long as it's not a primary vehicle, I think it's harder for them to really hit you. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments. Do you have a Cobb tuner? I want to know about it. Definitely hit that like button and subscribe button on your way out. And I'll see you in the next upload.